So
all I can do is take a spell.
Hold up.
When I line up against an opponent.
All right. Yeah, let's see. Let's do that. All right. You want me to share it?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, my bad. Hold up, man. I gotta use the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
All right. I mean, my apologies, bro. All right.
Okay. No problem. So
All right.
So when you, what my suggestion is, do click on the lot calculated, lot cal. No, it's well, let me put an annotation on. So the first thing you need to make sure is auto trading is on.
Okay.
It's the first thing.
Oh, up here.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And then once auto trading is on, you need to adjust the lot calculator.
Okay.
And the lot calculator will automatically do the calculations for you.
Oh, right here, lot calculator.
Yeah.
So,
So based off of whatever you leave that check, this should be grayed out right here.
okay.
That should be grayed out. Right.
Okay.
And once you are ready to go, so we already got US 30 open, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you're saying you want to use 0.25 for the lots. Now open up the line, click on lines, and then you can make the adjustment per your lot, right? So you only saying you want to use 0.125, 0.25, right?
Right.
But if you click that lot calculator again, and then you shouldn't have to actually adjust it, but if you update your the lines on your yeah, this should be automatic. Let me do one thing. Something ain't right. Hang on. I'm gonna send a remote control request.
Yeah, I sent it. I hit approve.
Okay. So let me see. All right. Um, okay. Oh, that's good. It's not calculating the lot size for some reason. Um, 2%. Gotta make sure this check.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was looking for all kind of videos. Well, now I'm really explaining it.
Nah, they don't. Um, okay. Let's go ahead and save this. Okay. Should be. It's not adjusting properly. Um, Let me look at a different symbol right quick. Yeah, it's 30. The lot size should automatically be calculating. This here, it should be adjusted. Let me see. To adjusting for anything else. Trigger. Okay, he's doing it for this. So let's say 1%. Okay, go to lines. Yeah, it's doing it for this. Okay, it's working on here. Let's go back to that one. Let's say, say we reset this to 0. And then see if it'll do it. Still. Did you change anything in the inputs?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I see how it's adjusting on that one.
Yeah. So as we move this, you see the lot size adjusting. So it's working. It's just not working on that pair for some reason. US 30. That's what it's doing it on. Let me just close this window out. See if it's just that pair. This is it's 100. It's mass. Okay. Let's see. It's working on mass.
Mhm.
Let's say 0.5%. Okay, so it's working on this one.
So that's 0.5 risk percent. That's saying a 0.5%, and it's
Yeah.
saying 0.7 lots.
Mm-hmm. So if I'm gonna use a trade, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna use this stop loss all the way up here or down here, this automatically says I need to use whatever this is for the lot size.
0.79.
Yeah, and it'll automatically put the trade in for you. And then once, let's say I want to use it down here, don't want to put it in till down here, and then use this as the stop loss. And I just adjust it all or whatnot. I would use this size lot and still be risking the same thing.
Hmm.
And then, all right, let me try to see if we can get US 30 fixed.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So US 30 don't want to play nice.
Nah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is. So that's 2% risk.
Yeah. Yeah, but let me see. Okay, there we go. All right. So still not adjusting a lot. Oh yeah,
It was moving. It was moving slower though. And maybe that's because that's US 30. I don't know.
So let's say I want to do is that 8%, 7%. Let's care. Let me zoom in right quick.
Okay, so all right, that makes it 0.12. Okay. 175.
It's
So
working.
that's 7%, right? Correct? That
Yeah.
0.7 is 7%.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So I wouldn't be using on a 25K account, I wouldn't be using 0.2 because I wouldn't be risking 7%. I'd be risking on the trade, at the most 2%, but usually 1%, right?
Yeah. Yep. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what it was actually, what was causing that.
Okay. And I was trying to hit on like a couple of times, just I was seeing if it would work, trying to hit just buy and sell, and it wouldn't hit. It would say make sure auto trade. So maybe it was that auto trade.
Yeah, you got to have that on.
Okay. So if
And
you were to hit buy now, it would. This is the demo, so you can hit it if you want. If you were to hit buy, it would initiate.
let me reset it.
Okay, all right. See, it wasn't doing that for me. And now when to close, you just hit close. Okay, so that auto trading was the thing they was talking about.
Yeah, and now that it's in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you a couple of things that you can do. You can do a hide, stop loss. You can see it, but it hides it from the broker.
Brokers.
Yeah, you can see it though.
Go back to that. I gotta turn my head to get my notepad. Okay.
Hide stop loss right here.
Okay.
And then some other things you can do. You can do your trailing stop. You can do a couple things with the trailing stop is as you go into profit, you can say, hey, I want to have it trail soon as I'm 200 point or 20 points away from my stop loss. Instead of like, it'll as soon as you start moving away from your stop loss, above your take profit, above your entry. So let's say that you use 20, right?
Right.
As soon as you go 20 above, it's going to start following your stop loss. Following your
following the price.
The price, right? It's going to start following it after that. Now, sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's not, because you might want to give things a little more room. But it's cool if you're okay with being comfortable with it, trailing it along the way.
Yeah, and if I did it, I would probably put it at maybe 30 or 40. Because usually when I trade US 30, right, I wait till they get like 50 points. And then I'll take some off and then I'll move to break even. So I usually don't move to break even until they move like 50 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So in this case, though, it doesn't actually move it to break even. You can set that up to break even, but this starts moving as soon as your price start moving.
As soon as price starts. So right. So even if you set it at 50 and it starts moving, it moves, it keeps that 50 point space ratio, right? So once it gets to 50, in essence, I would be at break even. Right. So it'd be the same thing, right?
Sort of. It just it moves it before you actually, reach 50 pips.
Right, but it maintains the
distance.
The 50 point distance, right?
Yeah, always maintain
it.
Okay. And then
you don't slip back now. Price drop. Yeah, okay.
No, it doesn't slip back. Then of course you can set your break even. That's kind of self-explanatory. And then
that's the part I want. That
this is the one
flow.
you want to actually know how to do, right?
Yes.
You can do in percentage, auto, points, price, whatever, risk reward, right? Which is cool that you can do it in risk reward, right? But if you're doing it auto, which is what I use, right? So TP1, I say I want to take 80% of my trade off.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to take 80% of my trade off, right? TP1. TP2, I'm going to take 20% off. TP3, I'm going to just take.
That's it, 80 and 20, you got nothing else, right?
Yeah, whatever the case is,
Okay.
Let me go back. Let's say I'm going to take
10.
Let's say 5.
All right.
Then The remainder, I'm gonna leave 15. I'm gonna take the rest of the 15 off.
Gotcha.
Right. So now I got it set up so that I automatically can have this take my partials off for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can just kind of just really just let it ride, right?
Right. Yes.
I don't have to do nothing really except for just manage it, right? But if I move this,
Okay.
it's going to adjust for me. And also, if I see I want to adjust it, right? Now my TP2 is here. Now my TP1 is here, but it's already going to know, all right, cool. I want to take off 80% of the trade right here. I'm going to take TP2 off right here. I'm going to take TP3 off as it go ahead and finishes up. My overall for this trade would be a 1.21% gain. My risk would be 66.9%. Over here at TP1, I would already be at a 1 to 4.9 risk reward ratio. I would also be pretty much 1 to 1 on the risk, just above almost 1.5 on the risk.
And that's calculating the amount with that lot size and taking that off. That's $217, right? Is that what that's saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, this is good because I would have been with a 25K, I would have been over leveraging at 0.25 if I wanted to risk, 1 to 2%. So this helps.
Yeah.
That.
So this says I'm risking
That's
7%. My lot size that's calculated is 0.21. That's what you should use for this trade. And this is at 2 to 1 risk reward ratio. If you wanted to set this to 4 to 1, something higher, then the next trade you take, you can go ahead and hit line again. The next trade I take 4 to 1. I want to say 4 to 1. Do 4 to 1. That's 2 to 1. All right, there we go. Have to check that too. So now it's 4 to 1. And this automatically set it up for you. If you go now, you can also set up pre-configurations. So if I want to, I can always set up my TPs to take off certain amounts, right? Let's say I want to do TP 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do 3, right?
Okay.
So this will automatically take 20% off at each trade, right? At each TP until I make it to TP whatever.
Okay. And everything's based on 100%, I'm assuming, right? So if you had if you took off 3 TPs at 20%, that's a total of 60%. So the other 40% will be trailing? Okay, okay.
So like right now, the way we got this split up, it don't have to be like this, but
Now that's a buy limit. So on that, you would set the price, obviously, right? Where you wanted it to kick in. And when it hit there, she would automatically kick in. Okay. And how would you set it like that if you wanted to do the same type of scenario, but you wanted to do a market order entry?
So if we were gonna do this, but do a market order, we could just go ahead and just mark it in. Like, so let me get rid of these lines, right? So we already got it a trade in right now, right?
Right.
And all you need to do is come back into the settings on the trade, turn in partial close, right?
Well, I'm trying to move your picture out the way. I'm sorry, I forgot you was controlling. My bad. All right, hold on.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, hold on. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
So once you in the trade,
Mhm.
there's these the little ellipses right here,
Yes.
and then you would come in to close partial. Like we already got it set up right now. TP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are already set up.
Okay.
Now, this ain't really what we want. So we can go back in and reorder this, right? So I'll just come in here and hit this. This will take all of them off and I can delete these, right? And go TP1 and start this all over, right? So now I'm gonna just delete these TPs.
Okay, and this is applied to this trade that we already got running down here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then you see we can do the same thing for a stop loss too. So if I go down a certain amount, if I get 50% of the way on my stop loss, maybe I want to close partial, right? Same thing, right? So I'm gonna say TP1 is gonna be, I'm gonna close 50% at TP1. And then TP2, I'm gonna just let it go, right?
Right.
So if this comes down 50% of the way, and let's just change it. I'm gonna say if it comes down here, I'm gonna close down half of this trade just to reduce my risk.
Yeah.
But if it goes here, I'm gonna close 50% of my trade, and then I'm gonna just let the rest ride. And I'm already in the trade right now, so I'm doing all this on the fly.
Man, you figured all this out without any video.
Yeah,
I couldn't get started because I didn't realize the auto trading wasn't on.
it's
Yeah.
all good.
Okay.
And like, let's say, all right, cool. The trade not going the way that I want it to go, right?
Mhm.
And now, I'm just gonna just try to let the trade ride, right? But I'm gonna still take that same approach of reducing my risk by adjusting my stop loss to where now, I'm gonna take 50% off here. And then maybe I still believe this got some movement, right? If it don't do what I wanted to do here, I'm gonna reduce it by this much. And now the trade is looking like this, but now I need to increase my risk. And it'll automatically know, hey, cool, I'm gonna have to adjust my TP to, let's say, here. However you wanna however you would want to look at it, right?
Right. Cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that feature.
Yeah. So now, only other thing I say, like, if you want to like track this, you can put in a comment before you take this trade. So if we go to trade history, You can see the trade that we just took,
Mhm.
right? Just got to go in, right click, add comments right here. You can see what is in the text of whatever the trade you just took. So
Oh, okay. No comment.
we in this one. I think you can show it here. No. Oh, yeah. It just says comment. That's
Okay.
because it was just right there.
Right.
But let's say, you took a trade that was a fair value gap on the 1 hour, right?
Mhm.
Put the lines back in. I only want to risk 0.3% because that'll bring everything to a total of 1% risk
Mhm.
on this trade, right? I'm gonna leave all the settings in before, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. Now I got 2 trades in, but now this is commented different.
Yeah.
I can take the same approach. This is the trade that's at 0.3% risk.
Mhm.
And this trade is the original trade where I would have been risking, 0.7%. And if I want to adjust this one, I would have the option to do the same thing. Move that over there. Move that over there. This is my original trade right here. And then let me move my stop loss. Okay. All right. This was the original trade right here. We're using this stop loss, right? Let's just say right here. Still want to have this there. So if I take this, I'll take off 50% of the trade. So really reduce half of my lot size if it's not going towards the direction I want to go. And then the other piece of my trade is right here. So all together on both of these trades, we would only risk 5% on both of these trades.
Mhm. Ooh.
Proper risk, proper, everything doing the right way. And you don't never have to worry about over leveraging because you're good on it. You got the right size.
So with the risk percentages, you usually risk, what's the most you usually risk percentage wise?
It just depends.
Because usually what, 1 to 3%, but you will risk 5% at times. That seems high to me.
Nah, I don't try to. I mean, if I'm doing it, I usually try to only risk 0.25%
Okay, all right.
per trade because
All right.
most of the time my trades I'm trying to get 2 to 1. So if I get 2 to 1, then I would have only risked $250 to make $500. And if I get 4 to 1 out of the trade, that's $1,000 trade when I only risk 250.
Right. Okay.
So the equivalent for you, if you're using 25K, would be
So if you use the same risk percentage, which is point, you say 0.25 or 2.5?
0.25.
Right, 0.25. So it would calculate the lot the same way. It would be the same way. It just
It'll
be
calculate
relative.
a lot the same way. It'll just be whatever 2.5%. So in this case, I usually got it on this, right?
Right.
If I hit line, that means I'm risking $50 a pip. $50 per setup.
Right. And 2 to 1, you risk 50 to make 100.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. So I would be risking something like this. So it would always keep me at almost 2.5, percent. So right around $60, basically $50 or so for you. Yeah. So it'll be $50. So if you got 4 to 1, one, two, three, four. If you got 4 to 1, you should be making $250
okay. Okay.
on each trade, on each setup. If you did a 0.5%, which
0.5.
0.5,
Okay.
you'd be risking 125 to make 500.
Yeah, I'm still, like I said, I guess trying to figure out proper risk management with the 3 to 1, with FTMO, So yeah. So I guess that's it. Yeah, 2.25. Because 0.5,
0.25, I try to stick between 0.25, 0.5, no more than that.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that 0.36 lot came up on that. So what's that? That's 4 to 1. Okay. Oh, I see too, but that's 0.5. All right, yeah, it went up. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So we dropped that back to 0.25.
This is the lot size. So if I hit line,
Mm-hmm.
like line is whenever I hit line, is gonna right now it's gonna show you everything that you already got in, right?
Right.
This is just what you got in. If I hit line again, it's gonna show me, the settings for a new trade. So
Okay.
right now, if I was to put in a new trade, right, this would be the parameters, right? And this would be a market execution because I haven't moved it. But anytime I move it, if I move it up this and I'm still looking for a buy, this would be a buy stop.
Gotcha.
If I go down, this would be a buy limit set up, right?
Right.
So from here, if this is the buy limit that I want to use, I would
Mm-hmm.
be risking 0.5%, which is basically a 0.5% or 5% entry. And I
Okay.
put the buy limit, everything will be just sitting right there. And now it's going to show me all the other trades that I got, plus this buy limit that I already have right here.
Okay. All right. That's what I was going to ask you. So you moved it to where you want, but to activate it, you actually had to hit buy limit.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. That was going to be my question. Like, how do you activate it once you move it there?
Yeah.
Reading my mind. All right. Cool.
Yeah. And
okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Do you use your alerts on here, or you continue to use your alerts on trading?
I use them both.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'll play with that.
Use them both. I don't know what this is right here.
It just popped up.
This is, it says something about edit, expiration. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. This expiration, okay. Thought that's an explanation. So expiration, right? I'm gonna leave this order on the screen with this buy limit until here.
Oh, okay.
It don't trigger before then,
It's gonna take it off.
gonna take it off.
That's sweet. Yeah.
Haven't used this. Of course, just the hidden stop loss and stuff like that, but it's not hidden for
Not hidden from us, hidden from the
you,
broker.
hidden from the broker. Yeah. And then trailing, you know, that's your trailing stop right here. So yeah, I probably need to do a video on this.
Yeah, that was tight right there because I'm gonna go right back over it so I can, lock into my mind what you just showed me. But
Yeah.
yeah, a video on that because man, it's crazy they would sell that product don't have no video that going to showing it like that because I wouldn't have, I would have played around but not knowing it. It took me a long time to try to figure all that out.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, my brother. I really do. I'll take that.
No problem.
Yeah. Yep.
No problem, man.
You wanna-
Let me give you the link to this.